Okay, hi everyone. It's Jackie from Watercolor Gypsy Art and Wellness. Today we're going to be doing something I've been waiting to do for a year. I have had these complete set of 120 Sennelier Oil pastels sitting in my closet. I haven't used them yet because I just wanted to make a review video and I wanted the box and the pastels to be nice for you for the review. As you can see, they come in this beautiful box. I got these from Jerrys Artarama, which I'll link in the description, on a major sale price for like $166, which is a great deal. For $166, you're getting 120 of the best oil pastels out there. And they can be used with Gamsol paint thinner. They are so smooth and creamy. Well, you'll see. We're also going to do a demonstration. And in another video, I have a very similar set, only in the jumbos. So we're going to do a moon painting. And we're going to do the moon, I don't know if you could see that. We're going to do the moon in the small ones, maybe the clouds, and the background we're going to do in the jumbo pastels, so you can see how to use both and why both are good to have. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. This is just something that I'm passionate about and I wanted to do. So this is the case. It's a nice sturdy wood box. The only thing I am sad about is that it doesn't have a handle. So that's the only negative or con that I have found about this box. On the back, it explains everything. It has a nice color chart, and it explains that you apply colors directly to, or mix colors on support, blend with a rag or even your finger, dilute colors with mineral spirits or turpentine, and blend them with a brush. If needed, first seal paper with gesso. Mixed media applications over watercolor, oil, and acrylic paint, which I love to do. Colors may be sculpted with preheated palette knife. After heating, adhere and inlay pigments, sand, sawdust, wood, paper, glass, or metal into the moist color, and a large variety of supports. Paper 80 pounds and heavier. Any type of canvas, uncoated and coated, cardboard, chipboard, and cork, wood, plywood, masonite, ceramic, plaster, metal, glass, photographic prints. All these can be used on all that. So it gives you a ton of information, but that's great. Let's get to the pastels. So it comes with this nice paper inlay, which I kept for the sake of this video. So now I'm going to take this paper inlay off. Maybe I'll put it back, but I'm going to take it off. Whew. I've been waiting to use these guys for a year. It's I'm filming this in late August of 2020. I got these in like December of 2019. So I've been really patient. When you first open the box, you have the Sennelier pamphlet, which goes over all of the products they have. One of them being the oil paint sticks, which I'll do a review on in another video. They're like one of my favorite things in the world. And I just have to say, I really love Sennelier. I love their products. Their products are very superior and very high quality. They have very soft chalk pastels. I forget the other brand. Schminka is the other brand that has really soft chalk pastels, but I'm not good with really soft because I make a mess. So here it gives an explanation in every language, and it says 120 colors and gives you a giant, humongous color. Sorry guys, my hands are a little swollen today. I have some autoimmune issues and joint issues, so my hands are a little swollen. So you have every color in the book. Like, I really think this would be great for a portrait artist. It comes with a thick protective layer. Look how thick that is. That has to be like 1/2 inch of foam. And then you have them all inlaid beautifully. Let's see if I can zoom in without screwing up my camera angle. Oh, I'm gonna turn this to the side because look at that. They sit perfectly in there. And I don't know if you guys want me to go over every color that's in here. Sorry, I have other things on my desk. That's why I'm kind of doing this on an angle. And my camera is in the way. So we're gonna do the nice metallics. We get all the metallics. We get a few blacks. These are all pearlescent colors that you're looking at right now. And then the white, the black. I think we get 2 whites. Let's see. Can't see what color this is. Yes, this is white, number 1. And this is also white. Number 1. Yeah, you get 2 whites because white is the color we use the most. Okay, hold on. Let me get my camera focus. I have autofocus. So you can see I have not used these. I have waited for you guys. And these inserts that you're looking at, these inserts fully come out. So if you don't like the inserts or you want to take like a whole grouping of colors out, you can take them out, put them on your work surface so you don't have to have the entire box like I am on my surface. But yeah, here's pretty much all of them. They're absolutely beautiful. So we get everything from, oh, is this a 3rd white? I think we get, yes, we get 3 whites. Look at that, Sennelier, being on top of stuff artists needs. So they're absolutely creamy and delicious. You get every color. And you can do anything with this. Sorry, I'm just shutting the door because my mother is a very loud Italian woman. I haven't picked out the colors that we're going to use yet, but these just amaze me. And they last surprisingly, like you may think that they're small, but they're very highly pigmented. So these were made for Pablo Picasso originally, for his painting style. That's who helped design these. So they've been around for that long. I wonder if the information is in here about how long these really have been around, but 1948 these started being made. If only I can find the English. The history of Sennelier Oil Pastels. In 1949, Pablo Picasso asked Henry Sennelier to create a new medium that had qualities of oil paint and soft pastel in an easy-to-apply stick form. Picasso told Henry, "I want a colored pastel that I can paint on anything, wood, paper, canvas, or metal without having to prepare or prime the surface." This collaboration between the greatest geniuses of modern art and its master colorist gave birth to Sennelier Oil Pastels, pure and intense drawing sticks with a completely new form of consistency and smoothness. Only the combination of Picasso's request with the know-how of Henry Sennelier could have created this new medium that enables artists to express their talent so fully. Freedom of creation for everyone. Apply colors directly, mix colors on support. We read all this already. So we have the full 120 color set. If you guys want me to make another video going through every single color in this set, I will. I think that's a little excessive and would make this video a little too long, but they're here. So you can look this up on Sennelier site and see all the colors that are in this set, but this is what it looks like. This is how it's packaged. Like I said, I've had it for a year. And it has gotten moved many times. I had my studio redone, which you'll see when I do my studio tour video. And they haven't broken, they haven't gotten damaged in any way. So let's move on to testing them out. Why did I put this back on? Let me move this aside and make sure I have some area. Put the top of this and work at the same time. So sorry for my very messy cutting board. So we're just gonna do a moon. I put this paper down so it's easier for you to see the substrate I'm working on. We're gonna work on a Blick Premier Heavyweight Cotton Universally Primed Medium Texture Panel. It's with acrylic primer, if you're wondering. I already sketched out my moon and the clouds and whatnot. So we're just gonna go in for the moon right now. Let's zoom in so you can see. Yeah, that's good. All right, so let's get started. So for my moon, I'm going to do a more like whitish, bluish gray, like the moon actually is. So I'm gonna start with my white. I'm gonna put my white down first. I really want like a blue-gray. Maybe I'll have to mix that, because, ooh, maybe we can even use the metallics and see how that goes. So far I have white, which is number 1. I have a silver, which is, it's called aluminum, and it's number 111. I'm going to pull out number 221, which is, I can't find the names on here, they're all in different spots. Medium transparent, just medium transparent. Oh, this is a transparent blender. It looked gray to me. So you also get a transparent blender. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put my transparent blender down. Just the light layer. I'm not pressing very hard. Especially with something like the moon, we're gonna want a transparent blender. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna like mush it in with my fingers. I use oil pastels with my fingers. Also, when you start using oil pastels, and if you ever want a point, if you just use one side and rub in, you'll get your point. Sorry about my autofocus, guys. So I want a light gray, maybe a little bit darker actually. So number 14, light gray. And I want a blue, and I don't know if I want a metallic blue. I think this one's really speaking to me. Number 222, sky blue. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to put sky blue in the parts of my moon that I want a little color. And at first it is going to look like the earth. I'm going to cover this with a cloud, but I'm going to put that blue down anyway. And I'm going to bring in like tiny bits of this darker blue, number 4, cobalt, just a little bit, because you'll see how they blend. And I'm barely touching the paper, and this color is getting on there. to go in with my light gray, and I'm going to blend into those blues with my light gray. And I'm not really being concerned about getting outside the lines of my circle. I can always bring my perfect circle back. I used a perfect circle tool to get it. So I'm gonna stop there, and then I'm just gonna take my finger and I'm gonna lightly like blend this together, blend this out. And I'm not gonna over blend because I want to see those marks that I make. So then I'm gonna come in with my white. And you'll see the white is gonna take over this. So at first I'm gonna go around the darks. Ooh, my oil pastel did break because I was pressing hard, so be wary of that, but I don't mind using broken pastels. I prefer actually my pastels to be broken in pieces so I can use the side. So I'm just going to go around and kind of blend that in a little. You can already see that just by lightly going over the blues that it's already starting to come together. So we have that. My fingers are covered. And then I'm going to come in with this metallic over where I did the blues, and maybe around the edges in some spots. I have a problem with always doing things symmetrically. And then I'm going to blend this out now, because I don't want my white to be white. The moon is not white. It's just, it has a lot of light in it. It is bright in the sky, but it is not really white. Let's bring that blue back. What blue is that? Oh, I already forgot. Here is this blue. Let's bring that blue back a little bit. And then I'm going to go over it with that gray. I think I keep putting my pastels back. I don't know why. Oh, we have a blue gray. Let's use the blue gray. I'm using a lot of colors. Don't use this many colors unless you really want to. But with 120 set, you know, we're gonna find things. Because this blue gray is exactly what I really wanted. So I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit. Maybe I'll even just tap. And then, because the white is so strong, and this goes for oil paint too, I really want to cover the texture of the canvas with the canvas panel. So right now it's looking very, very dark, which is good. I want it to look dark. It looks darker in person than it does on the camera. And if you're new to oil pastels, like don't be nervous to waste your products. Like just practice, just use them. And I promise things will get easier. I want to find that gray pastel. I don't know if it floated away somewhere, or if I just threw it back in here. No, it's right here. Oh no, that was the one we just used. What did I do with that gray? Oh, here it is. It's right here. Put it in the spot where the gray was. So even though there's some blue in here, that blue will show through. Kind of looking like a blue white and gray earth right now, which is okay. I can go for that. It doesn't need to look exactly like the moon. So then I'm going to come in with my white again. And you look at how bright this white is. And I'm going to make a circle around my moon, because the moon is going to reflect light, and this white halo that I'm putting around it is going to help me when I do my background. So, make sure you clean your hands in between, if anything. Like, get a rag and clean your hands if you don't want dark where there's light. And I'm just going to blend that out. And then I'll continue to tap, 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 tap in the moon. And this is why they give you 3 whites, guys. Tap, tap, tap. Give it some texture. I like texture. I like in pastel. I like things like that. If you watched my cat video, that was my first actual, I think I painted 1 set of cherries in oil paint before I did that video. That was tough. I was struggling there because part of me wanted to make it like realistic, and then the other part of me was like, no, like do what you planned on doing and make it impressionistic. I like impressionistic style stuff because for so long I got so held up by how tight everything was. So like you can see, this pastel is so soft. They say you're not supposed to blend, like some say you're not supposed to blend with your hands, but you know, I don't care. I do what works. Like, as long as I'm creating, that's a plus. Because sometimes we get those blocks, and especially during this time with everything going on, it's very easy to make excuses as to why we can't create, why we shouldn't be creating, why, you know, other things are more important than our art practice. Now, this is my job, so for me, it's really important. All right, so let's take a look at how our moon looks. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just gonna go in with, I gotta put this back in. I put it back in the paper just so it would go nicely in. And I'm gonna wipe my hands because they're covered in white. And I'm gonna go back in some areas with that metallic silver. And I'll probably have to fix the circle again. And you know what, that's fine. I didn't really like where I put that silver there, so I'm gonna leave this kind of like this. And I'm okay with that. So that's the, ooh, you didn't even see that, guys. I'm sorry. So I just took this and I tapped here at the bottom. I tapped on the other side. I extended the dark a little, the shadow. I added towards the edge here, towards the edge here, here, and then I just tapped around the edge here. And now I'm just blending that edge out. And the last thing I'll do before I close the first part of this tutorial, the second part will be when I show you the jumbo pastels and show you how the jumbo pastels can be used easier for background, even on something as small as this canvas. I think this is a 6x6. Where's my paper? This is a 6" by 6", and I'm going to show you how you can use jumbo pastels from anything from a like 4x4 canvas, 6x6, all the way up to like a 3" by 4" canvas. You might go through them much faster. So here's my lovely favorite tool in the world, my perfect circle tool. And I think actually, now that I'm looking at that, I think I kept my moon pretty circular. Let's see, let's go back with our messy, dirty white now. I'm gonna have to wipe that off later. Yeah, we did pretty good, right? Now the colors will be reflected in that halo. So, see, now that I did that, I have the temptation to take this other pastel and kind of bring in some of that silver on the outer edges. Yeah, exactly like that. So that silver can, but I don't want to overblend her. I want to keep her like you see all that texture? I'm aiming to keep that texture. And I'll probably go back and forth with this a little bit. So I'm actually going to keep these out. So I'm going to keep my white out. I'm going to keep my silver out in the small. I'm going to keep my blue-gray out, which is, where's my blue-gray? My light gray, which is number 14. My blue-gray, which is number 11. And just in case, I'm going to take out that lighter blue, that sky blue. So here's what I'm going to keep out while I'm working on the background, because also the clouds are going to need these colors. Clouds are not white. Clouds have a lot of shadow. So now that I just said that out loud, you guys are getting a first-hand look into my process. I'm going to need an indigo. So this is a green. This looks like blue, but it's a green deep. Let's see. I think it's a, yeah, that's like a turquoise green. I want an indigo. Indigo is my favorite color. Prussian blue. That is good enough. Prussian blue is usually a mix of black with phthalo blue, so it's a cooler tone. Indigo is a cooler, darker tone, and there usually is some violet in it. Alright guys, so here's the, this is the end of the first part of the video. If you want to see the tutorial on how we do the background of this little 6x6 moon, and how we're going to add the stars, which is going to be super fun, stay tuned and wait for the next upload. It'll be uploaded shortly after this one. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, this explanation, and a little bit of history about the Sennelier Oil pastels, and I hope that if you had any oil pastels, whether they were Sennelier or not, that you worked along with me and you get something out of this tutorial. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.